until things calm down, and
Well,
then
that's
we.
kind of interesting. It's kind of there is the vehicle upstairs that's not hidden or anything, and this is a fairly limited area. It's not as though there are too many places to actually hide, but I'm going to say that this is probably enough. What you describe, is a success, but considering that she failed, there may be some consequences for. There's probably a report that is sent out, and her chip will be identified back at the ship. But you guys get out of the situation for now.
Okay.
Okay, so
Sounds fair.
I'll deal with that kind of thing later.
Yeah.
For now, it looks as though you've managed to, to get yourselves out of there. And let's. I have an idea that instead of just one porta potty and one car, there's probably a whole row of cars. So yours isn't as obviously, unique.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's the way it makes sense to me. Okay. So, Ola, are you going to work with us now?
Yeah. I think with the new information that Gerard has, puts him in a kind of a moral dilemma, because I think he's in that sense very naive, and he has been thinking that he's been working for this like good company that were not in the not never going to do anything illegal, maybe being a bit cruel towards the workers, or I mean the usual stuff a big company does, but not in this way. So he's totally he doesn't know how to prepare for this, because this was not in the education.
There's no chapter in the manual about this.
No, nothing at all. And he's more or less like in a so he's probably like just browsing through all the information that he has about what if he finds out something illegal, who is the proper person to report that to, and try to and just like going through a list of employees above him, and just no, not him, no, not her, no, she's and just finding no one. So
well, the one person I can think of is your sister, of course.
Yes. And she must, but I'm not. So is there any way to have contact with Moonville while we are on our journey towards this place without anyone knowing it?
That's a conflict. There's always a way. Especially below decks. I'm sure there are all kinds of bootleg communications that you would have, but it's always about who you know and what risks you are willing to take, and whether you screw it up so that the corporation is forced to take action.
Go crazy.
That's what these.
I will totally go crazy in this sense. So when I made my list, to like when looking above me in the hierarchy, and I'm finding out that the only person that I almost trust is my sister. I can deal with her later. So I have to have someone outside to kind of report to. I'm planning on being the deep throat of this ship and reporting illegal stuff as
well. What I need to know is, what are you doing now?
I'm going to like people that I know do those stuff. I'm not been involved with them before, but they're inside the ship. They are like totally. They're already into that. And the last resources that I have on my on my like the thing that I was spending on Gimlet and stuff like that.
Right.
And maybe if that's not enough, I'm willing to offer them services. I'm not willing to break the law,
Right.
but I might give them like benefits in cases. Some.
All right. Well, this
So
is all
I'm
sounding a little bit vague to me. Exactly what people are you going to? Tell me where you are on the ship.
Yeah, I'm going to the IT technicians, the information technology technicians, and the ones who draw the Ethernet cables in the ships.
Almost certainly the
Most
least loyal
arrogant
people in the whole ship to anything.
Yeah.
So okay, that is okay. Okay.
And I kind of I in a very undiscreet way I'm trying to do a kind of signaling to them that I'm not here for IT support. I want to have your special services, and I just
right. Well, here on Moonville, most of the technicians are out of the ship at any time, but they always have a few people there on rotation.
Yeah.
So you're talking to some very, very, very bored technicians who are extremely interested in anything to do besides just sit around in this office while their friends are all off having fun. So that means that you are very welcome at this point. So
okay.
Anyway, I'd like to move this a little bit along a little differently. So, are you going to try to set up with them? What is it you're attempting to do?
I want to have.
Yes, Buzz has no problem. Buzz has no problem spending some time with you to do something illegal and interesting. Buzz loves illegal and interesting.
Yeah, I guess my problem is, okay, now I have an illegal connection to Moonville, but who am I going to contact? That's probably what I don't know. So if I get that, I need to have someone, and I'm thinking
talking
journalist.
About like journalism or something like that? I'm completely unaware of what you're trying to do.
I'm up for suggestions, actually. It could be a police, or it could be someone uncorrupted, if you say, untouchable. Someone that all people, everyone trusts. Maybe some in the union or something like that.
But I don't really understand what information that it is that you're trying to get. Is it about the bombs or?
Yes.
No, but
the sabotage or the attempt, the suggestion that the ship is going to be compromised so that it cannot complete one of its missions or part of its mission. That it's probably not supposed to be doing anyway.
Yeah, and I think this last part that I'm concerned with. That our mission is something that we shouldn't be doing.
You want to report this, of course, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but I don't want to report this now. I want to report it as it comes along.
I see.
Like report it bit by bit.
All right.
Well,
in that case, that's fine. But there is no conflict for that. We are just talking about what you are planning.
Yeah.
Okay. So
no, but the conflict might be, okay, if I want this connection with the IT guys, how much does that cost? How much?
I'm saying there is no conflict at all. I have an image in my head of these IT guys, and they are all for it.
All right.
They're just glad that something's happening.
Right.
All right.
They're a very dodgy bunch of people. They are not. When I think of the IT guys on this ship, they'll do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
they're nice
basically,
guys.
my only
I don't think they're
problem
nice guys
that
at all,
might
actually, but they are certainly not going to,
They will want something that you don't
they'll
like.
want something sooner or later, but it's not a conflict. So here's my.
Okay. So my potential conflict is finding the right person and
I see no conflict here.
No, good.
It's the
Then
easiest thing in the world. Right.
Yeah. Who do I
Easiest
find then?
Yes. I'm saying, what's that, Ola?
Who do I find?
I told you.
Who's
His
the
name is
person that I
Buzz.
contact?
Buzz is an IT guy who has nothing better to do.
Yeah, no, but who do I contact? Who do I give my information to pass on to a police officer, journalist, or whatever? I think
Buzz
that
just
person is
spreads his
more.
hand and says, all of them.
All right, good. So basically, there's no conflict. I've done this with them, and they're on my side basically.
Sure. Well, more or less.
Then I'm very satisfied. I
Okay.
move on.
Now, so this is my point. I am ready to shift the scene to a different situation, and that you guys are, going to, unless there is some other kind of scene that one of you wants, I would like to have the ship leave, finish its time at Moonville, and proceed on the first leg of its mission into the asteroid belt.
Yes.
Okay. So,
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
that means that that there is a mechanical problem. None of you are told, especially Nia and Sam, are certainly not told anything about what the problem actually is. But the announcement is that the ship has to basically do a big circle for a while before proceeding, and that they are invoking a clause in your contract about how when things change, there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to take it.
Is Nia not told because of she's searching life on other planets, or because of the incident?
I don't think Mia got caught in the incident.
No.
Basically, only Sam did.
No,
and
because
she's
I
probably
have
happy that she still has a job.
Exactly.
Because I
Well,
have
Sam,
the officers.
the Moonville has no interest in dealing with the ship's crew. That's the ship's problem. And your situation is probably that you have a bad record for this. You are now designated, a disobedience. You probably lose some pay or lose some benefits or something like that. But so you have been disadvantaged by this situation, and probably have your movement around the ship restricted and things like that. But so it's irritating. You're in trouble. But no, they're not going to lose their staff member. They already have you. It would be too much trouble to go hire somebody and all that crap. They already got you in their previous contract. They probably got you in a group of 100 people, right, in a single contract, and you are just a detail. They are not going to revise their staff because of this. So, but when I'm talking about this, I'm saying that the ship has undergone some sort of severe mechanical problem. And in particular, Mark knows that the scoop is probably it's in horrible condition. Something terrible is happening to the scoop. And the project that your whole project for Gerard is going to be canceled, or at least put under severe review, because the equipment is not going to be functional unless they can get this fixed, or it's probably going to be delayed. So basically, you're just out of work.
So I have nothing to do.
No, I was talking about Gerard. Gerard is the project manager, and this is related to his work, and so he's completely screwed up. Your whole plan is ruined for this trip. You are just basically.
I'm out of work.
What's that? Well, you're not going to lose your pay or anything, but your entire purpose of being on this ship is now completely canceled.
I'm panicking.
Aha. Okay. And so, and also, so Mark, you are involved in a special, in fact,
So, am I assigned to take care of this, or
you are either assigned to it or you can force your way onto it either way.